Come on in to Sister's Tarot. Gather round, everyone. I have here my trusty magic 8-ball. Let's take a look inside, see what it has to show us today. Hello, Capricorn. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and North Node in Capricorn. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't resonate with the reading, feel free to check out my other videos. You may have some messages there. Now, without further ado, let's start the reading. I hope you had a great week so far, all throughout the week, and that the weekend coming up that you have a good weekend and all is well. That other one fly. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Swords. Okay, now we're going to start with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Someone is ready to put their sword down after they've kept putting it up and being guarded towards you. And even though you felt like you've had to be guarded as well with this Nine of Wands, you're also ready to put your guard down. So both of you might have had a time of that whoever you've been having issues with in some way. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily your enemy. Just somebody that you just been having some form of issues or conflict with. You both have had your guard up, but this person is ready to put their guard down. So whenever you're ready to do so as well, is more what I'm picking up, then it will be safe to do so. And then we have the Seven of Wands here. So you're being guided to have the courage to do the same as they do that. So don't keep your guard up while this other person is ready to put their guard down. Doesn't mean that, don't listen to your discernment or whatever guidance that you're being shown. So make sure that you meditate on the situation. But I'm being shown that it's time for you to let your guard down as this person is doing so as well. And with this Ten of Pentacles here, there's going to be much stability and structure in your environment with this person. And everything is going to be well. Especially when you have the Six of Swords here, where you're going to move on to calmer waters. So overall, everything is looking like it's ready to come to a conclusion, a better conclusion, a close. And that everybody's ready to put their sword down or their guard down. So there might have been some sharp words spoken at times, is what I'm picking up too. But it's now time to lay down the sword. And this person here, whether it's a king or a queen, because it says queen of swords in reverse. It can also be a king of swords in reverse. Take it however it resonates with you. So I'm going to see what I'm getting overall before I move on to the oracle. This is kind of like a straight shoot type of reading here so far, so. Let me see if I'm getting anything overall first before I do that. Excuse me. I'm picking up right here, because of this pathway here, I'm picking up taking a long walk and clearing your mind would help. To ease your mind and clear your mind and really see things more clearly after all this fog, so that way you can see where you need to work on something that to help you in being able to let your guard down. And also I'm picking up it can bring some answers and clarity on a situation, on that what you've dealt with here in this situation. I'm also picking up that a business opportunity is going to be coming your way too, and that you'll be on top of the situation, so you'll really have things going in your favor. So whether this is a new business endeavor or creative or some form of project or not, it's either going to take back off for you, or it is time for you to finally take that leap into it and things will work out in your favor. Let's see if there's anything else I'm getting. Excuse that, my stomach growling. I swear my stomach just wants to keep growling during certain reads. The funny thing is I ate before I even started these readings this time, so I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. Just saying something because I'm sure it picked up on our recording of this reading. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take some oracles now because I'm not getting anything else as of yet anyway from the tarot right now. So we're going to move on to the love messages. And what is on this? Anyway, yeah, we're going to move on to the love messages oracle. Just wants to fly. I've done my shadow work and fully ready for love now. So this is also can be confirming of why this person might have been having their guard up. Maybe they had shadow work to do. They needed to do inner reflection so they could, and they were guarded and possibly even said some sharp words due to it. But now this person is ready and open for love. So obviously this is somebody you're connected to in a love situation, whether it's King or Queen of Swords. Take it however it resonates. I'll come back towards you when the time is right. So they're waiting also for the time to be right after they've done their work they need to. So I'm picking up, they don't want to come back in the same way that they came before, where they might have had their guard up and might have said some sharp words. So while they're doing their shadow work and they're being ready for love, they're going to come back when that time is right. So it's not coming back in a combative way. So that being right underneath, I will come back underneath 9 of Wands. I lack courage to come back to you. So with that being right underneath Seven of Wands, they're having to build up the courage first. That's one thing they're needing to work on, is having the courage to be able to come back after this. So I'm also picking up they might be a bit embarrassed because of how they may have acted or reacted towards you as well. So that's another reason why they need to build up the courage to come back, because they might have acted out in a way that, maybe say for instance, they might not normally act that way, and they're embarrassed by the way they reacted, and they might and then had some harsh words that they wish that they did not say, and they may not even meant to say, as in it might not be how they really feel. They just said something in the moment, and it might, and with this doing the shadow work, it might have more to do with them than it did in the situation too, and not to take it too personal because of that. Up in blue. Okay, we have, I truly want to work on this connection, but it's being in reverse underneath the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I'm picking up, you may not be wanting to reconcile because of how this all panned out, is what I'm picking up. So that choice is yours, obviously, if you want to let this person back in or not. But this being right underneath the Ten of Pentacles and everything else that's laying out, it looks like it would come to calmer waters. Of course, this could be you just moving on to calmer waters, away from this situation. And with this being underneath that saying, I truly want to work on this connection, but in reverse, I'm picking up you're really not even bothered by this and over it. And at the bottom of the deck we have, I wanted to tell you so many times already how much I missed you. So this person really does miss you. And of course, it's your free will whether you want to let this person back in or not. And I'm going to see what I'm getting overall to see what might can help you in this decision making on this, whether you should or not. But also always use your own discernment and pray about it and meditate or whatever. And do your own inner reflection at first. You know, don't just take the advice of this. But I'm going to see what advice is being shown to you, and then it's up to you to take the advice or not. And first and foremost, as long as there wasn't abuse, obviously, in the situation too, obviously. I want to put that disclaimer out there. I'm picking up, even though that's supposed to be about advice, I'm picking up you've already made up your mind. You really don't want to take this back in. I'm picking up you're more or less here because you're wanting to see if this person is going to try to come back through or not. And it shows they may have the intention to do so, but only when they feel like the time is right and they're not wanting to have their guard up and build up the courage. So they're not even ready to face you. I'm going to take some more cards. I feel like I'm going to take some more cards to see on this situation since I'm picking that up. What else is this person's intention about coming back? Especially when this person, whoever resonates with this reading, is not really wanting this to come in. What's the advice in the situation overall? Especially since everything was so straightforward. No, I can see what else I can get. Nothing really makes sense without you. So this person obviously feels lost without you. Of course, you know, they need to have the wholeness within themselves, obviously. But But that's how they're feeling. And I think of you whenever I feel lost in my life. So see, that just clarifies. They mostly just think about you as they're lost in their life, not necessarily something that they think on a regular basis. So this person really does need to do the shadow work for sure. So they know who they are, and not just with you because they're lost and have no way, no their way by themselves. So it's up to you whether you want to bring them back in. But the advice here is, and and in my opinion, even I wouldn't let somebody back in if they're only wanting to be with you because they're lost in their life or whatnot. At least if you are open to letting them come back in, I would wait till they've done the shadow work they need and feel whole within themselves first before you let them back in. And since they need to build up courage to even come back, they also need to work on their courage and being back to who they are and right themselves again. So that might be another reason why this is in reverse too, with this Queen of Swords. They're not their authentic self is what I'm picking up. So they need to right themselves again too before they can come back to you. But again, this is up to you. It's your free will whether you want to let them back in or not, or just keep moving forward. But at this time, you can do what you want, but I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't take them in right now, for sure. Even if you do decide you might let them back in, I wouldn't do it at this time, because it's only because they're lost at this time. And nothing makes sense without you, because obviously maybe they're too codependent on you in some way. That might be another reason that you had issues here. They might have been having codependent issues and being too reliant instead of self-reliant. So let me see what I'm getting overall and see if there's anything else before I close out the reading. I'm feeling guided to see if there's any other love offers coming your way if you did decide to move on. Like if you would be better off just moving on completely when you're ready, for that. Just fly. And this in reverse. My loneliness is killing me when you're not around. So I'm picking up you're not even bothered by this person at all. This being in reverse, you're not feeling lonely at all. So I feel like you're just fine by yourself and you're not even worried about love. That's what I'm also picking up. Especially, let me see what's on the bottom here. I can feel that strong bond we share on a soul level. So if you do have if you are open to moving on and allowing yourself to move on to someone else, like after you're ready for it, this next person could be more on your soul level and have more of a strong bond together. So I'm also picking up as somebody that would be actually self-sufficient too. And it won't be, my loneliness is killing me when you're not around, and this being in reverse, this is also letting me know this person is not going to come from a place of loneliness. This is going to be somebody who's self-sufficient and independent. And I'm picking up you're self-sufficient and independent. Of course, it's a Capricorn reading, so that's not unusual, obviously. But so this person would better match you, a future person that's yet to come into the picture. So if you decide to just fully let this go and move on, you'll have someone that's more to your speed and comes from a whole place and self-sufficient and independent like you are. But again, that's up to you. It's your free will and decide if that's what you want or not. But that's the advice and what's being shown and your options that you have. So with that being said, that is all I'm getting from the reading. So be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know each time I upload a new video. And like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.